Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Industria Reloaded. Okay, I guess I'll hold off on anything major until the map loads. In the meantime, I can at least show you the seed. Yeah, you see that red thing in the bottom left corner? Yeah, that's not good. But that's basically the initial chunk loading. Alright, you can also kind of read the seed. It's minus 818-48-11-7924-12-700-676. Yeah, bit of a mouthful. And yes, that seed is deliberate. I actually entered that seed manually on the seed screen, and I entered it. I think I just changed the render distance. Yeah, so let's change it back to normal. Let me check my video settings. Smooth lighting on. I won't turn that off for a reason that will be revealed later. Yeah. You also notice I have brightness bright. That's mostly so that, well, it's mostly for visibility. Basically, brightness I can see easily even in very dark caves, whereas with the moody brightness at the other end of the scale, yeah, it's kind of hard to see in the dark. I do have clouds off. That saves me, I think that saves me a bit in terms of processor. I'm on difficulty peaceful for right now. Later on, once I get a mob farm built, I'll move that up. I'll bump up the difficulty, but for right now, peaceful works. Let's see, the global mod settings, I have ID Resolver installed. I installed ID Resolver as part of the process of installing all of the mods I have on here. Is it still loading chunks? It might be. Now, as you can see, I'm on a admittedly decent-sized island in basically the middle of nowhere. There's another decent-sized island over there. You can't see all of it on this map here. By the way, this is Ray's mini-map. That's giving me not only this bigger map here, but also the smaller mini-map you see in the upper right-hand corner. My frame rate is crap. As you can see, we do start with a few trees. Not a lot of trees, but a few. Enough to get us started, at least. I'll say that. So let me go ahead and punch down this tree right here. And while I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and start explaining some of the mods I have installed. This will be a modded Minecraft playthrough, not a vanilla Minecraft playthrough. I'm recording this a day or two after the release of Minecraft 1.1. None of the mods I'm using have updated yet, and therefore neither have I. Alright, I'll go ahead and put all that wood in the crafting table, in the crafting grid, and create a crafting table. I guess there's a seed randomly floating around on the ground. That's going to be useful later. Here is a nice little ravine. Believe it or not, this is not my first playthrough in this version with this seed. It's actually my second. So I already have some idea of what to expect. Is it sprinting that kills my frame rate? What is killing my frame rate? As much as I'd like to hope it's not iTunes killing my frame rate, I checked, currently it's using up about 600 megs of RAM. So that could very easily be killing my frame rate. Alright, so now that I have a pair of saplings, I'm going to go ahead and plant them. I'm going to plant them on this little peninsula here for now. It may seem like this relatively flat peninsula would be a good place to start my base. The issue I have is that I'm going to be all over this little archipelago. Yes, it is an archipelago. Let me go here and see if that... Yeah, this gives me a more or less complete view of the archipelago. There's a tiny island just off the map to the east. In fact, if I go on foot, there it is. And here's the entire archipelago. The nearest anything else is at least 100 blocks away. I checked in my previous playthrough. Alright. I do have a crafting table, but no place to build my base just yet. Plan at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and grab all those sugar canes. And I'm going to go ahead and plant them around this here lake. Actually, this here string of lakes. There are 3 right here. Now, as far as central location, the ideal places are either going to be right here on this little plateau on this peninsula, that little spit of land there, or possibly that plateau up, that little outcropping up there. Yeah. We try not to go into the water. Now I do have to make this decision. Do I go up there? Do I go there? Or do I go there? Let me think. I have to concede, that island, well, no, I'm actually a bit, Yeah, that bit of land, nice, but it's a little too far to the east. To be or not too far to the east, too far to the west to be properly centrally located. Alright, and I'm going to set my crafting bench right here. Go ahead and craft some sticks. Give myself 1 pickaxe and 1 wooden axe. Now, I do have the tree capitator mod installed. What does that mean? It means A, once I have an axe, I need only cut down the base of the tree, and all the rest of the tree above it gets cut down automatically. It also greatly extends the life of my axe. Yes, it does seem to use a little bit more durability than is normal. At the same time, though, I'm only cutting down 1 log as opposed to the that was just from that tree, 23 logs. So it's not 23 times as much usage. The lag is getting really bad here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go off air, let that tree shake out. The leaves do automatically decay eventually, and I'll go ahead and let that process proceed, and I'll return once all these leaves are down. Alright, I am back. The leaves on that are mostly gone. I've also taken the liberty of digging out a 6x8 square here. In case you're wondering what I'm doing with that, yes, I am putting wooden planks down. This is going to become the floor. And this is going to become my initial base. I'm I'm not going to call it my final main base yet, but it is an initial base. It will be my base of operations for I'm not sure how many episodes. And my ultimate base will likely be an extension of this base. The other thing I'm going to do is craft some chests for them and place them like so. I have easy access to the crafting bench and I can put stuff into these chests here. Which are separated by this block. Yeah, it's nice. Alright. And that tree is pretty much completely down at this point, so I did collect 20 saplings out of it. Time to plant trees. The goal, of course, is that these trees will grow, and hopefully by the time I need let me say this. I have headphones on that I was using to listen to a separate YouTube video by somebody else. I don't recommend doing that. I had a train of thought going there, and now I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, these saplings will grow into trees, and when my initial stock of wood runs out, hopefully some of these will be ready for harvest. I know I could place them closer together, but then again, 20 saplings doesn't go that far. Another set of seeds. There we go. Now I would say back to base, but the fact of the matter is I don't want to go back to base just yet. Not that would help me if I could. No. What I need to do is figure out how I'm going to get underground to start mining. Now you see this nice little access here. It's closer to the surface than the ravine itself, so it should, in theory, be easier to gain access through here. The key word in that sentence is in theory. Now, what's the easiest way to ensure I have an appropriate access? Honestly, I'm going to be starting from the bottom and digging my way up. One more. Et voila. I have a staircase, and that takes me down into a mine. Now, two separate things I need at this point. One is cobblestone, so I can upgrade my tools. The other is coal. Now, the cobblestone's not that hard to find at this point. I can just mine out any old stone, and I get cobblestone. Let me think. So I need to advance two further. And then how many down do I have to go? Actually, I might want to go one further. Yeah, go one further. Alright, so I need to go 2 or 3 down. So the level is there. 1, 2 will do it. Actually, even 2 might already be overkill. And there's the coal vein I was trying to mine into. Alright, that fell down there. That's actually alright, because one of my goals for this mining expedition is to get down there. Alright. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's dig this out into an actual staircase so that I can get back up. Yay. Alright, so far so good. Now, let me make sure that once I get down there I can get back up. Oh boy, this could be a trick. Well, just drop down then, I guess. Go here. 1, 2, 2, I guess. Alright. Dig this gravel out. I know that's iron ore right there. Unfortunately, I don't have a pickaxe that can mine it yet. That's going to have to wait for my next mining trip. Now, because that's iron ore there, I can't use that as a stairway up. Alright, there's the rest of my stairway up. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and return to base. Yeah, I think I'll do this off camera. Return to base, create some torches, create a stone pickaxe or two, maybe a stone shovel or two as well. And hopefully that takes long enough that I can figure out what's causing this lag. Alright, I'm back in the mines. I also took the liberty of A, expanding my proto-cactus farm, and B, creating a furnace back at my base. I won't be using the furnace yet, but I expect to need one probably before too much longer. I need to make sure I have a way back up. That'll work for now. Alright. I'm going to go ahead, mine out some stone and some coal to bolster my stocks, and also expend the wooden pickaxe. I don't like to have half-used pickaxes hanging around in my inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it off here. Mine out coal, maybe some cobblestone. Yeah. Alright. Just like so. That like so. And then that and that like so. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mine out that bit of stone there, just to create a safe stairway up there. Plant a torch there. I'm not consistent with how I plant my torches. I probably should come up with some consistent system for placing torches, simply because I do have a nasty habit of getting lost when spelunking. What I could do is, yeah, try to mine this out into a proper room. I can use the space for something later, I think. And if I have to expand it, I have to expand it. And there we go. And with that, I think I'm going to finish mining out this room off camera. call it an episode. See you next time, everybody. This has been Industria Reloaded. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.